Welcome back, everybody. Once again, this is a live call-in show at 727-8750. You can welcome now Mr. Bill Carns, Chairman of the Republican Party. And this is Mr. Carns to speak to you about a CD4.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm Chairman of the Nye County Republican Party. And tomorrow night, right next door to the winery at Wine Ridge. It's not in the winery itself. It's right around the corner at Wine Ridge, which is an RV park resort. We're doing a debate of the Republican CD4 congressional primary candidates, Crescent Hardy and Niger Ennis. They will be doing a debate. The doors open at 6 p.m. The debate is from 6:30 to 7:30. Dave Champion will actually be the moderator. And then at 7:30, we have the other Republican candidates. There'll be a meet and greet, and they'll have a couple of minutes where they can come in and chat a little bit about what they're doing. And then you can mingle around and mix it up a little bit with those candidates.
Any cover charge or anything to come in there?
No, but you can certainly leave a donation if you like. We're going to have some hors d'oeuvres and some things to drink, some tea. The Pahrump Valley Republican women are going to be there. They're helping us out. They help us out with everything. We work so well with the PVRW. And we're going to just kind of have it as an event where you can come in, hear the debate, listen to some of the other candidates, and then mingle with some of those candidates. Chat with them one-on-one.
And who are the two candidates we're going for on this Congressional District 4? Is that it?
Congressional District 4, which was created after the 2010 census. We used to have 3 congressional districts. We now have 4. CD4 was created out of that. CD1 and CD3, as we call them, are exclusively in Clark County. We used to be part of CD2. Mark Amodei holds that seat. That is now essentially the northern half of the state. And then CD4 goes through a number of the southern rural counties and into North Las Vegas, currently held by Stephen Horsford, who's a Democrat. We'd like to certainly see him unseated and ousted and get a good, solid conservative in there. And it's interesting, you know, the Nye County Republican Party, we interview candidates for all sorts of races, and we vet them. We have a grading and vetting committee, and we occasionally offer endorsements. So far, we've offered 2 endorsements, one for Angela Bella, who's running for district attorney, and the other has been in the sheriff's race. Just came up this last Saturday at our meeting. There was an endorsement there for, I'm going through all of the various names. It was, and I'm looking at his face. I'll get to it in just, Galen Morgan. Galen Morgan. He scored very, very highly in the 90 percentile and above, and which was quite a bit more impressive than the next couple of candidates. But we've already interviewed Crescent Hardy and Niger Ennis. They both scored very, very closely, within a couple percentage points. One of the reasons we're bringing Dave Champion on is Dave really isn't involved in party politics, and he isn't really involved so much in what's happening in the congressional district. He doesn't even know who these candidates are. We sat down and had dinner a couple of nights ago and chatted about the format, some of the specifics, and he had to write down their names, doesn't even really know who they are. So he has no vested interest as somebody who's not an active member of the Republican Party or anything such as that. He is a lone, liberty-minded, to coin the common term, conservative. And so I think Dave's going to be really the perfect guy for doing the moderation of this.
Now, great, the 2 candidates running for this position. Well, of course, you being head of the Republican Party, you can't really endorse anybody until it comes down to just the Republican against the Democrat, correct?
Sure we can. As a matter of fact, we have that in place in our bylaws. We've already offered 2 pre-third term. Bill Dolan is running for his first term in Commission District 5. We're interviewing there's several people running for county assessor right now. So that's actually something that they're working on now, is getting folks in. So we'll actually get those reports, and there may be more endorsements that come down through the county party. And we're going to release that information. We're going to give our full report, those who we have endorsed, what the grades were and such as that. That's going to be made public. And that's really, it's the intent behind that is there's a lot of people out there who just don't have the time to do all of the research and the grading such as that. So we're going to release a lot of the questions that we use, the formats that we use, how everybody graded, where they did, and we're going to release that in a detailed report. And you can look at it section by section. These are the folks that we endorse. These are the reasons why. This is the full report. So you can get deeper and deeper if you like. So if you align yourself with more conservative, liberty-minded principles that the Republican Party here in Nye County shares, then you'll be able to see where things break out. If you don't necessarily agree with us, you'll still be able to see where the grading was. You can make your decisions then based on these candidates for the primary.
Okay, well, I'm basically, I've been a Republican for, I don't know, let's see, 50 years now.
A little longer than me.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to probably get to is, if you endorse a person today, but that person doesn't make it, someone you didn't endorse makes it, as head of the Republican Party, and that you will then go out completely for that other Republican to run in the general.
Absolutely.
You're not going to leave him out there by himself because
no, not at all. If a primary endorsement, the reason that we look at primary and pre-primary endorsements is this: anybody can register as a Republican and run for public office, and we've had that before. It's what is referred to as a RINO, R-I-N-O, Republican in name only, and Nye County is what we refer to as one of these rhino breeding grounds, such as a lot of the rural counties in Nevada are, because it's very, very difficult to win as a Democrat or an independent or IAP or Liberty or anything else. The only Democrat we have elected to partisan office in the entire county right now is Brian Coonsey.
Right.
And you know, that was due to a number of things that happened 4 years ago during the campaign. As I see it, it's not so much that Brian Coonsey won, it's that the Republican candidate lost. That's my 2 cents from having been in this. I started knocking on doors for city council race when I was 5 years old for my father. So I've always had a vested interest in politics. But what it comes down to is, if we have somebody who aligns himself very well with the Republican Party and the whole, I mean, we have 104 or more active members right now in the county Republican Party. We're always looking to have more. Come to 3 out of 4 meetings. There's room in your precinct. You're a member. And if we endorse that candidate, we help them out. We try to get them elected. If they don't make it through the primary, whoever the Republican who's going on to the general is, they automatically get our support. They automatically get our general endorsement, and we will make phone calls, we'll knock on doors, whatever we can do to help them. We'll have mixers and bring them in. So we're looking to get the right Republicans in office. That starts with the primary and people who align themselves specific. There are people running for office right now in the primary as Republicans that really don't measure up very well according to the way our whole grading system goes. I mean, they're very, very poor examples of Republicans. And that's the whole reason the grading committee exists, is to really weed through so that the Republican Party brand is not damaged any further than it has been for, say, the last 20 years or so.
Right, well, Nye County's been pretty much Republican anyway.
It has.
And my brother called me today. He's seen this show on YouTube back in Chicago and wanted to know why there were so many Republicans out here. But, you know, if you live in Chicago, you don't have many Republicans.
It's kind of a scarce breed back in Chicago to have a Republican.
Yeah. But anyway, I really want to thank you much for coming out and explaining that, because I had people, you know, misunderstand about that, you know, who you endorse and who you back or what.
And we'll have a full report. We're going to put it in the local paper. We'll put out a press release for everyone.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Carns, and this is it for this Thursday night, and we will see you next Thursday night. Thank you.